Alright, welcome. Today we're going to be checking out Arid. It's a free-to-play game on the Steam Workshop that was described by Steam to me as similar to Long Dark. We'll see how true that is. Hunger, Thirst. Okay, so this is a little bit like the Long Dark. Yeah. So far seems to confirm that this is somewhat like the Long Dark, but focused on the desert. There's a bit of a weird key binding system. Watch out for sun exposure. A sunburn will affect your well-being until you heal it. Weird fact about myself. I've never been sunburned. Well, never seriously been sunburned. I've never worn sunscreen. I've actively been out in the sun for hours on end. But the most I've gotten was like this light tingling sensation that honestly felt pretty good. It was like an actually pleasant tingling sensation. However, um, I do not like the heat. So sunburn isn't as concerning to me as the heat, but I know that for other people that's probably the opposite. Um, so we're gonna jump into this whenever it's done loading, and let's see what it's all about. Because this is an interesting concept if it's good. It's free to play, so it might be good, it might be bad. It might not be free to play for long, depending on how good it is. And I'm not sure why it's taking so long to load, but here we are. So, if you want to skip ahead 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, feel free. Or not, because it just happened now. 80,000 feet over the Akama
Bubba, this
Desert.
is Tiger. Do you read me?
Ain't got the time to bump gums, Tiger. Over.
I'm seeing storm clouds up ahead. Nothing like the weather report said. I'm thinking we can go west, hug the shore, dodge the Atacama. Over.
So there's some goo. We fly around it. Company said we go east, and that's it. Over.
I'm telling you, Bubba, there's some real bad juju going on here. Christ! What is that? Damn dust cloud came out of nowhere! Ah!
Tiger, you gotta pull up and out! Dust is coming up the end!
I can't! I'm stalling!
Pull up.
I'm dead
Pull
still.
up.
Gonna have to land. Bubba, tell my dad.
Now, we could make a joke about it seemingly having a female protagonist, but that's based. Female pilots are based. Let's see how well this game goes.
Don't black out. Don't black out.
Don't black out me after a long day. I hope that's Italian music that isn't copyrighted. Welcome to the Atacama. You're hurt. Look for bandages.
As far as crash landings go, that was textbook. But where the hell am I?
Crashed in the Atacama Desert. The character has three main parameters to balance through the use of food, water, and other items. Well-being represents your well-being and mental condition. If you reach zero, then the character will die. If the character is well-fed, the well-being will increase over time. If either your nourishment or your hydration reach zero, well-being will decrease over time. Be aware of what you eat and drink. There's a chance it could poison you.
Ah, God. I got busted up real good. The crates should have some first aid supplies.
Very interesting.
Are
Arampo?
those footprints?
Those are footprints. An interesting game. Doesn't have a map.
Looks like I need to make my own way out. Should get my tools. Probably ended up on the other side of the plane.
The torch consumes oil. It's,
Too dark in here. I'll need a torch.
use the torch to light up environment at night and in caves. Torch will consume oil over time. The interface will show the amount of oil left. If your torch runs out, you can use oil in your inventory to refuel it. You can collect more oil from oil barrels and broken lanterns.
Whoever's in there, I come in peace. Water. Thank God for small favors. I'm gonna need to ration that.
Just got clay.
Ah! That looks ominous.
Read the note. Roberto, Marta, and Julio. I don't know their surnames. I must remember them. People in Buapi you must know. Maria.
And you said Mom's Spanish lessons were a waste of time. Right, Dad?
Medicinal herbs. We just got weed, boys. We're good, we're good. Circuit. You know. Bones. That's a splint.
Barely been here an hour and already taken from the dead. Sorry, fellas.
Sandstorm seems to have turned away. I can hear it, still howling in the distance. Maybe they got tired of going after me. Evil, evil thing. You're right, Bruno. It does reek of evil, but we were too overwhelmed by our own sins to even sense it. I'm going out now. Time for my repentance. Not only am I taking from the dead, I'm taking their fucking bones, too.
Alright, now I gotta just find what's left from my cargo.
You were flying this on? Based? Is this like... This is a base thing. I don't know what it actually is. So far, this game is hand-holding me. But it is a tutorial, so it was kind of expected. I would have been rather upset if I was just thrown into this permanently. From the reviews I saw online, this game suffers from a few problems, though. Like, critical loneliness. Not that bad when you just need to speak with people. And by speak with people, I mean, like, not that bad if you just have to talk about the game and review the game and play the game and enjoy the game. But it is pretty bad if you're just trying to play it alone. Because if you're just playing it alone, I think this game could be very silent. Which I guess The Long Dark also suffers from. In fact, it does suffer from. That's why I listen to it by. Why I listen to the game, play the game, and listen to like not podcast. I listen to YouTube videos. I'm not a podcast kind of person. What are y'all's opinions on podcasts? Do you like them, dislike them, think they're cool, think they're bad, think they're somewhere in between? Oh God. There we go. I almost got stuck like a boss. I was told my tools would be around here. Doesn't this have for tabla? We're saving as game save capabilities, guys. Wooden crate empty. So I'm not sure where these tools are. Oh, you know. Maybe that indicates something about me.
Muscle isn't cutting it. Gonna need a pickaxe.
Are there other tools? Like a hammer or anything? Alright, no, let's assume that she didn't bring a hammer. Because I'm not losing my mind looking for something that doesn't even exist.
Woo! Nice!
Rocks. Oh, oops. You get C to, sorry, you get control to crouch.
What has happened here?
You never pulled me from the jaws of death, but I never found out your name. You deserved better. I'm sorry. Warning, the arid climate, the sun intensity, and the high temperature of the Atacama Desert are the main threats for your survival. You can track sun exposure and temperature on your UI. Sun exposure will increase while exposed to the sun and decrease in the shade. It can cause sunburn, which will be reduce your well-being over time unless healed with aloe vera cream. I don't know how to pronounce it. You can also use clay to increase your resistance to sun exposure. High temperature can cause heat cramps and heat exhaustion, reducing your hydration and stamina. By drinking and being in the shade, you can reduce the risk of overheating.
Ruins. Maybe there's something here I could use.
I got another achievement called Out in the Wild.
You. The desert didn't cut you any slack either, huh? Poor thing.
You got a poor boy achievement for for capturing that thing. Encumbered tier 1. Well, good thing I don't give a shit. Like, what are you going to do? Sun exposure's up there.
Looks like someone was staying here recently. I hope they don't mind me squatting.
Refuges are hidden throughout the map. They offer shelter from the harsh weather and provide bed, campfire, crafting bench, trap. Beds allow you to recover energy in exchange for a portion of the character's stats. Campfire, once the fuel is added, it is used for cooking ingredients found in the Atacama. Crafting bench gives me access to craft medicines and tools. It can also be used to butcher animals. Traps have a chance of capturing animals. Great source of food and leather. These can now...
Table, fireplace. Is that a workbench? Looks like they had the whole 9 yards.
Let's transfer off some of my junk. Like, you know, the rocks, the bones, the more rocks, and the wood, and the rough bandages, and the sueno. Let's use that. And then... crafting table. But I guess I'll need a sharp rock knife or a bone knife. How do I make a sharp rock knife? Rocks and plant fiber. You know what? This is just like the Long Dark in a very specific way. Makeshift axe requires...
Aren't you adorable?
Was that unrefined wood that was required? Doesn't it have a name? I just want to make rope. Plant fibers and glue. You can't ask me to know how to make glue. So, I'll cook this up and Alt Tab at the same time. And we've been recording for about 20 minutes. It's a good amount of time. Well, we've cooked one whole meal. We don't need this anymore. And frankly, I just want to make glue. I just want to make leather strips. You know, I really should be freezing right now. The desert is not a comfortable place at night. For a game that's kind of like, oh, for a game that's kind of like survive the harsh desert. Alright, this person can't jump. I can jump higher than that. Just a little bit, but I can jump higher than that. Bone knife. So, I think I'm probably going to split this into two chunks soon. Because, this seems like a good place to stop for now, and I will return in a little bit to record part 2 and see where that takes us. So far, here's my thoughts of the game. It's interesting. Maybe a bit slow paced. Maybe a bit, well, maybe it doesn't have pacing at all. I'm not too sure, but it is free, and it does seem like something that a lot of people could enjoy. So, I'll put a link in the Steam, put a link in the description to check out the game. Now, with that said, uh, that being said, thank you for watching. Check out the game if you want, and I'll record more of it in a bit.